This podcast is a proud member of the UUOP Network.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion.
On this week's episode, we're going to be talking about the news in the themed entertainment world. You're listening to episode 212 of the Theme Park Duo podcast.
Prepare yourselves for an unforgettable encounter.
Hi, and welcome to the Theme Park Duo podcast. Grab your park map, churro, and hop in line with us as we take you on a coast-to-coast adventure through the world of theme parks, haunts, conventions, and more. Now, here's your hosts, Nikki and Gabriel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Theme Park Duo podcast. I'm Nikki.
And I'm Gabe.
And we are
the Theme Park Duo. Sorry for being a little late on this. As you could probably tell by the music playing, there's a raging fire outside. And I'm not joking at all. We live in Simi Valley, and there is a fire on the side of the hill. So yesterday was a little bit of a panic / allergies going crazy / planning for what could happen.
Yeah, Gabe's nose went bonkers.
I have really bad allergies.
Yeah.
Like horrific allergies. So all that smoke in the air just made my face explode.
And today we're a block away from an evacuation zone. But
Yes.
Gabe's nose is clear, so we're recording.
Yeah. Bright side.
Yeah.
Bright side of life. Either which way. Since we took a long hiatus, obviously we haven't had the opportunity to sit down, talk a lot about the news happening in the theme park world. So we wanted to sit down and talk about some of the news that we thought was interesting in the realm of themed entertainment as of today.
Yeah.
So some exciting things, some interesting things, some things that I think we're going to have some opinions on for sure in terms of kind of what's happening. But, you know, let's waste no more time and jump directly into some of this news. And the first one is going to be about Disneyland moving away from gas engines on Autopia to electric engines.
It's about time.
Do you think it's about time?
Well, I don't like the fumes. So I approve of this message.
You really don't need a map. You just need your nose to know where to find
Yes.
Autopia at Disneyland and Tomorrowland Speedway at Magic Kingdom, to be fairly honest. You just need to follow that like thick cloud of smoke that just kind of lingers in those areas.
I will miss it, though, if there's no rumble of the engines. Like, will they all just be like...
It's going to be way quieter.
I mean, that's half the fun of, like, the go-karts is, like, the...
Well, what if they have, like, speakers that, like, make
That'd
that
be
noise?
Fine.
At least to replicate
But
it,
then
or
you
maybe?
wouldn't even... You wouldn't feel it either.
True.
Oh my goch, it's going to be a little bit boring now.
You can still ram into the people in front of you. Don't you worry.
It's Disney. They might replicate the engine. Like,
You never know.
Never know.
Either way, here's a little bit of information regarding this change coming to Disneyland. While light on details, Disney has confirmed that the current gas-powered fleet of cars on Autopia will eventually be replaced with a fully electric vehicle system. Apparently, this was pushed forward by a $56,000 settlement tied to the engine emissions of the attraction. Clearly, future generations will now never understand to the fullest Autopia's experience, traffic, emissions, and lightheadedness, which is completely the truth. Now, the big question is, will this lead to even further changes to Autopia? That is the question that I pose.
Changes in what way? I mean, if they're putting the money into the electric cars...
Track changes, thematic changes.
Yes.
Is it's not Chevron anymore. I believe it's Honda. Is the sponsor going to change? There are a lot of those little itty bits and pieces. I mean, let's be perfectly honest. The Autopia that opened up in 1955 at Disneyland is no longer the Autopia that we have now.
Yeah.
So whether or not you consider it a opening day attraction still or not is neither here nor there. But there are definite changes that can happen to this attraction in that period of time, especially because that plot of land is so big.
Yeah.
So I just don't know. I personally would like to see additions and changes, things that will make it more fun for kids. I mean, let's be honest, this is a kid's attraction, so it doesn't need like intense theming. Kids aren't going to be paying attention to that, but I would like to see a little bit more theming in and around the track that kind of revolve around, ooh, I'm driving a car, I'm driving on the highway. You know, right now there's some robots and stuff.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It.
I agree. I mean, if they're going to put, all of this love into like new cars, I would assume that they would plus up everything else as well.
Now, since the cars are going electric, are we going to get the same kind of models of cars? Because I think there's like a handful of different versions of the car. Are we going to get now more sleek, more futuristic looking cars because they're going to be electric? I personally think that is a step in the right direction for Tomorrowland.
It's Tomorrowland.
Yeah, I mean, present land at this point, because we already have electric vehicles.
It's all going to be
roaming
around.
Every single one, and they can't carry anything in the back. And at the beginning of the ride, you can throw a big steel ball at it and break its glass.
And they might chop off your fingers.
You never know at Disneyland. But yeah, I think a futuristic, sleek look, new design for the cars, I think would fit really, really well with the change from gas to electric in my mind.
100%. Yeah. So, I mean, who knows? I mean, it is called Tomorrowland. Maybe they could even make them look like spaceships or something.
That would be kind of cool. I mean, you would kind of then moving away from the, ooh, I'm driving on a freeway to, ooh, I'm driving a UFO.
I don't know. It was just a suggestion.
Then it can't be called Autopia
maybe
anymore.
They're all Waymos and nobody's driving.
So you just watch it?
Yeah.
From afar?
Yeah.
Or it drives you?
Yeah.
That's sad. I don't want it to be that.
That's the future, dude.
The future's bleak.
Yes. It's time they learn young. What's up? What's wrong with me? I don't know.
Gotta teach him young. Mm-hmm. I have no idea why he went that direction. It got real dark real fast. Well, anyway, there's that change that's coming to Autopia, and I guarantee you there is a Disney fan out there, a Disney dad out there who's saying that it simply won't be the same without the fumes. I am happy the fumes are leaving personally.
Yeah, you won't ride it right now.
No.
Every time our kiddo asks for it, he goes, peace, see you later.
Deuces.
And I go on it with her.
I don't think we talked about this. I think we might have talked about it briefly on the last episode, but we went to Disneyland for a few days.
Yeah.
A month ago, I think, at this point. And, the kiddo wanted to ride Autopia, and I'm just like, Nikki, you got this handled. Because the last time we went on it, I left with a headache. Mm-hmm. Like, it smelled so bad. Like, I just couldn't deal with it. So, hands off of that attraction for me.
Not anymore.
Closest I'm going to get is riding the fart tubes that are right next to it. That is the closest I'm getting. So, moving on to our next piece of news is Disneyland preparing for a third theme park?
Well, there's been a ton of...
I love that millennial pause. Love that millennial pause too, right before the story.
It was not a millennial pause. It was a Nikki pause, which is a, oh, shoot, it's my turn. Oh, no, there's too much time elapsing. I'm messing up. Do I start saying, oh, it's my turn, or do I jump right into reading it? And so, all of those panicky thoughts.
It's also not like we've done 212 episodes of this. Well, sorry, 211. We're in the process of 212.
Each time's like the first time for me.
I don't understand that.
Well, anyway, it's my turn.
Nikki mentally preparing herself to read something off of her phone.
Let's find out if Disney is preparing for a third park.
Spoiler alert. No.
Okay, there's a bit of... Really? I haven't read it yet.
Just read it. Just read it, okay? Just read it.
Okay, no, okay.
She's got the giggles.
No, I'm fine.
She's got the giggles.
I'm fine.
Are you fine? You're not fine. You have the giggles. Oh, God, we're in for it. Whenever this happens, it's really hard for Nikki to stop. Just take a breath. She has her hand up in the air like she's gonna ask a question. Why is your hand up? Put it down.
Just trying to
put the hand down. Put it on your lap. Take a deep breath. Nikki's going off the rails. Nikki, we're only 10 minutes into this thing.
I'm good.
Okay. She can't get past it. Oh, I told you we were in for it. I told you.
Do you want to read it?
No, not at all. This is gold. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
If you can't,
Guys.
I will.
No, I'm fine.
Guys,
I'm fine.
help.
No. I'm talking to the audience now.
Yeah, I know.
Guys, I'm fine. There's been a ton of I need you to read it.
Okay. I'll read it.
I'm
You're
so
insane.
unprofessional.
No, I love you. It's fine. This is hilarious. Okay, moving on. I will read it. It says, there's been a ton of buzz flying around after the reports surfaced that Disney has apparently filed some early permits connected to future developments at their current Toy Story parking lot property. The large parcel of land sitting just south and east of Harbor and Catella. Now, if you've been following Disneyland Forward and all the ongoing expansion conversations, you already know why fans are paying attention to this. That Toy Story lot is massive. In fact, the site is said to be roughly comparable in size to the land used to build Disney California Adventure. I find it extremely hard to believe because it doesn't look that big to me. So naturally, speculations about a potential third gate is kicking into high gear. It's also possible that this property could be used for a lot of different things. Additional resort hotels, totally possibly like new shopping districts, dining, entertainment, and things of that nature. Now, do I want to see a third gate come to the Disneyland Resort as a local? Yes, I think that would be amazing. Do I think that it's feasible to build a third gate on that lot where it sits with everything around it? Absolutely not. In my opinion, I don't think that's physically possible because it's surrounded by hotels and the convention center and a whole bunch of other things that, in my opinion, would keep it from being a third gate. On top of that, you would have to have either like expansion of monorail or buses, and they just got rid of buses. You know, it to me is very hard for me to wrap my head around the logistics that go in with having a third gate that far away from the main property.
Yeah, because it's close, but it's not that close.
It's really not. Remember that one time
we walked
it and it was
bad.
horrific.
That was a bad idea.
It's
walkable,
really far.
but it's rough.
It's a rough walk.
Yeah, no, it would be great to have a third gate, and that is like the only place to do it.
Yeah.
But they would really need to think about transportation.
Yeah, that literally would be the biggest hindrance in being able to get people from A to B.
Yeah.
A being Disneyland California Adventure, and then B is whatever this third gate's going to be. I don't think that location is a right fit for a third gate, in my opinion. I think an additional hotel, that would expand their hotels to 4, and I think that's going to be incredibly helpful. I think doing some type of entertainment nightlife thing akin to Downtown Disney, I think is not, it'll feel detached from Downtown Disney.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, I think the only thing that makes logical sense is a hotel, a like nice resort hotel along the lines of what we're getting at the Disneyland Resort. I mean, maybe a budget resort would be kind of cool too.
Yeah,
just
because
for
right
families.
now a lot of families are priced out of the other hotels.
They are very much priced out,
I mean,
out of them.
if that lot is as big as they say it is, they could do 2.
They could do 2.
Yeah.
I mean, they could easily do something along the lines of what they're doing with the Disney Hotel, where they have like the multiple kind of towers. So you have Fantasyland, Frontierland, and Adventureland towers, things of that nature. You could have one that's a little bit more upscale, maybe something along the lines of closer to what the Grand California is, style like rooms, and then something a little bit more family budget friendly. Because I do think that just by getting more hotel rooms on the books, you inevitably will have the opportunity to offer some cheaper discounted rates.
100%.
And right now, I mean, as somebody that visits the resort in that capacity, we're not pass holders. We're going every other year, every few years at this point, and we're spending the money to stay on property. I would like to see there be more options available.
100%.
Especially just to save a little bit of money. I mean, Disney's not dumb. They know that the product that they're presenting right now is expensive. Like, it's really expensive.
But they know people are going to pay it.
And they know people are going to pay it. And the thing is that they have nostalgia on their side. Nostalgia is what makes people pay this amount of money. And I'm saying that because that works on me too.
Yeah, but now it just works every few years and not all the time.
Well, I mean, that's just because my wallet can't afford it.
Yes.
Simply just cannot afford the nostalgia anymore.
Why is nostalgia so expensive?
Yeah, nostalgia is expensive these days. It's hard to come by. But, for me, I would love to see more hotel rooms. I think that is the right choice for this particular plot of land. You could do some cool water slides, some cool pools, and even other entertainment things in and around the hotel that aren't necessarily like a entertainment district like Downtown Disney. Mm-hmm. Completely sidestep tangent, which is right for our show. I personally think they should take over Garden Walk.
Yes.
I don't know if they own that or not, but man, they need to own that thing and make it a part of their property
100%.
So that they could do something really nice with it.
Yeah.
Because Garden Walk has its own parking structure. It has its own restaurants and things. They can easily take it over and make it a part of their nightlife kind of expansion.
I think so. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities if they were to take over that. And I don't know how it works, but I feel like Disney could buy up a lot of stuff and make it flush, make it work.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the episode that we did where we talked about what we would do to Knott's Berry Farm. I feel like we might and should do an episode like that for Disneyland.
Yeah,
because I feel like these are things that we've thought about together, but not have physically voiced, verbally voiced to each other at all. Mm-hmm. Because in my mind, I'm just buy up every single hotel on the other side of Harbor.
Yeah.
Just on the other side of the street, where all the people line up, who are holding the Pray Jesus signs and everything over there. Mm-hmm. Buy every single thing and just make that a part of their property. And I think that would make it a bit more of a cohesive experience, because that's the one thing with Disneyland is that Disneyland doesn't feel like a nice cohesive experience like Walt Disney World does, because its property is not nearly as big.
Yeah.
They can't control what's happening outside the bounds of their property. They have all the crazies. Yeah. Anaheim ain't that nice. There's a reason why they call it Anacrime. Just FYI.
Just don't go a couple blocks past Disney.
Just stay within the perimeter of Disneyland and you should be okay. But, by expanding and buying up more property, which is admittedly probably very expensive because these people know that Disney has the money to pay for it, they're going to jack up the prices. It's going to be difficult, but I do think that would be a viable option to help Disney with the product that they're trying. And I mean, Disneyland Forward is going to do a huge part in making the experience better. Mm-hmm. I just don't know how much better.
Yeah.
Don't know. Yeah. It is yet to be seen.
We'll wait and see. I mean, realistically, anything new is going to be exciting.
True. Anything new is going to be very exciting. Honestly, at this point, so back in the day when I was a pass holder and everything started to kind of change, it honestly scared me, because I was the Disneyland that I know and love is changing. How am I going to fit into this? How am I going to evolve in my experience with it? And obviously I have now, but as a fan of the park back in the day, it did make me really, really nervous, because there is a certain amount of planning that goes along with going to the parks.
Yeah.
But now, being detached from it as much as we are, I welcome the change. If it's going to make the experience easier, more seamless, more less problematic, then I welcome every single bit of change that's coming along with that.
I agree. And every few years, we're willing to pay the price for it, for the changes.
Well, I do think that our trip to Disneyland that we just had is probably going to be the last one that we're going to have for a while. I think we talked about if we're going to do another Disney trip, we're looking at either Walt Disney World or going to Hawaii and doing Aulani or something along those lines. Mm-hmm. Just something different, because we've done Disneyland three times now. I want to try something else, Disney related or theme park related.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Or
Not theme park related at all.
Not theme park related at all. We talked about going to the Stanley Hotel.
I do want to go to Colorado for the Stanley Hotel. That would be absolutely incredible.
Who knows? That could still be an episode of the podcast.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
We'd go visit our friends that do their magic show there, do the ghost hunting that's on property. Maybe we could tell our spooky stories of things that we encounter at the hotel itself.
We'll see.
Never know. Future episodes, potentially, people. Future episodes. Moving on.
Okay, I got this.
You got it?
Yeah, I got this.
You have it handled.
Yeah.
You have your laughter on lock.
Yep, I've been prepping. The whole time you were talking, I've been mentally prepping.
Mentally prepping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Happy 50th anniversary to Revolution at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Six Flags Magic Mountain is learning... I'm so sorry.
You don't got it. You didn't have it on lock.
Six Flags Magic Mountain is leaning hard into the nostalgia lately. And honestly, we're here for it. Yeah, right? Cheap nostalgia. Not cheap. Cheaper.
Not as expensive nostalgia.
Cheaper nostalgia. Not only has the park brought back the classic original Magic Mountain logo at the front entrance waterfall, but now they've gone a step further by restoring one of the park's most iconic attraction names. That's right. Revolution has officially reclaimed its full original title with new signage now welcoming guests to the Great American Revolution. For longtime park fans, this is such a cool callback to Magic Mountain's early days. The coaster has always been historic. After all, it was the world's first modern looping coaster. But bringing back the original branding gives the attraction an extra layer of personality and retro charm that many fans have missed for years. It's honestly refreshing to see the park embracing its history instead of running from it. And these smaller nostalgic touches are definitely getting longtime guests excited about the direction Magic Mountain seems to be heading.
What I'll say is that I do think that Magic Mountain has a long way in improving the product that they are presenting to guests at the moment. But if this and the signage of Magic Mountain are a sign of the changes that we're going to be seeing coming forward, I think it is going to be a very exciting time being a fan of Magic Mountain and Six Flags.
Yeah.
I personally like the fact that they're leaning into this nostalgic feel of the park, even all the way to the freeway where you have that gigantic sign that no longer just says Six Flags. Mm-hmm. It says Magic Mountain.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. And that's what makes it special. It was always Magic Mountain before it was even a Six Flags park. So leaning into those aspects of its park history, I think lends itself a uniqueness that not only sets it apart from the other Six Flags parks within the bigger brand, but sets it apart from the rest of the parks in Southern California, because every other park is doing that. Disneyland does it, Knott's Berry Farm does it, Universal does it. They all lean into their history and what makes them unique. Why hasn't Six Flags ever done that? Now they're finally doing it.
It's a fine line to toe for Six Flags specifically, or Magic Mountain specifically, because it's such a park that needs to constantly be having, new innovations and coasters and things like that, while also trying to fit in the nostalgia factor. That's like a very fine line for them to walk, because a lot of the other parks, it's easy, it's like
30-year-old attractions,
and it's fine, because in the nostalgia, but a coaster only has so much of a lifespan, and they're constantly upping them or refreshing them, even like Twisted Colossus, things like that.
Yeah.
So it's hard for them to kind of keep the nostalgia when their product is
bigger, scarier, faster, record-breaking things.
Yeah. Like constantly the latest and the greatest.
Yeah.
So I feel like in whatever way they can try to hold on to that is probably something they really should do. And it's not even necessarily that they have to keep the old stuff, but I think it's going to be in a lot of the decorations and the other offerings that they have.
I would agree.
It doesn't have to be the rides specifically. No. It can be, I know they're redoing the kids area.
Yeah, the Looney Tunes land, which I believe is soft opening this week, which is kind of nuts.
So like just refreshing that stuff and, making it crisper. Like I don't know how else to say it, just crisper.
Yeah. No, I know what you're trying to say. And I do think that you are 100% correct. It is a very difficult balancing act between, hey, look at these new advanced roller coasters, and hey, remember the old times.
Yeah.
Because while there are a lot of nostalgic things with regards to Magic Mountain, you do want people to think of it as a place where you go to ride the biggest, newest things. So yes, 100% you are correct. I do think that the rides themselves don't necessarily have to update, but I do think managing older attractions in a way that kind of give them new life without changing the attraction itself. So like, to me, with regards to like the Great American Revolution, signage, colors, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
With older attractions. So for me, like the two attractions that come to mind, and it's probably the two attractions I've ridden the most in the past couple of years, is Ninja and Gold Rusher. Both of those attractions are very old.
Yeah.
I think that getting new, fresh theming for its cues and its signage and everything like that will help push forward that nostalgic feel. Because when it comes to the park, you know, everybody has a memory of like, oh, this was the first roller coaster I did, or I remember going on this with my family, or whatever it is. And, you know, that being Gold Rusher for me, or going on Ninja with my brother.
Mine was Goliath.
Your dad, what the hell? That was crazy, man.
I don't think you knew it was my first roller coaster.
I mean, probably not. You probably didn't know it was your first roller coaster, but still, like, that's insane that, like, that was your first one. I don't even like that ride. It's too much for me.
Oh, I love it.
You go on it whenever you want. I remember we went on it during screen break, and there was, like, no line. And
Didn't you make me go alone?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not going on that. Are you kidding me? But also, you didn't want to leave, and I was like, no, go on it. There's no line. You were back in like 10 minutes.
That's true. It was really fast.
Yes, it was very quick. But, you know, leaning into those aspects, I think even just the signage and the paint and the color,
Yeah.
and even just some updates to structures, I think will help with people's opinions of the park. You're seeing the progress now, and I just wanted to continue down the same path.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I think that is part of the nostalgia, is just keeping everything looking fresh and brand new. I think that's what I meant by crisper.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't think of any
More
other word at the
HD.
time. Well, no, because like
Right now, you're looking at it through a VHS tape.
So like right now, we want the ride, the paint, the signs, everything to look like what we remember from our childhood. And right now, it's our daughter's childhood. So what she sees now is going to be nostalgic for her later on. And if everything looks the same and they keep it up and they keep, you know, this curb appeal, for lack of a better phrase, on everything, every ride, you know, it's gonna keep that feeling alive for people.
100%. I think incorporating more of those Looney Tunes characters in their prominence in the park is going to be helpful too. Mm-hmm. And in terms of Magic Mountain's identity, I do think bringing back those, like, what were they, like gnomes?
Yeah.
Or they weren't gnomes, were they?
I think they were gnomes.
Were they gnomes?
Yeah, because there was still one on one sign.
Yeah, it's on the sign for the bumper cars.
Yeah.
Well, whatever they are, those little creatures that basically existed at the park before Six Flags took it over. Mm-hmm. You know, there was little statues of them up on the hill and everything. I think even bringing those back into the fold, I think will help even more, because there are still people who go to the park now who remember that.
Yeah.
You know, and while there are small little nods to it here and there, I think bringing them back as full-fledged characters would be amazing to see. You know, as meet and greet characters, put them on t-shirts, put them on mugs.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of thing. Really push them forward. And even to the extent of like what we've seen with Knott's Berry Farm and then bringing Whittles back into the fold.
People love Whittles.
And Whittles has like holiday decor that goes on him during the different seasons. You know, he has cobwebs during Halloween. He has boysenberry like juice all over his face for Boysenberry Festival. He has special stuff on him for Christmas. So what if you were to do that for those, for lack of a better term, and or knowing exactly what they are, those gnomes that live on the Magic Mountain?
Yeah.
I think that would be a great opportunity for them to lean into their history and bring it forward for kids like ours.
Yeah.
To now remember that from their childhood.
Yeah. And just put it on merch, put it on shirts,
and
put
they
it on
don't even know that it's
backpacks.
old.
Yeah. No, they won't, but it'll be their nostalgia.
Exactly.
You know what? It's cyclical. Like, it just keeps going. You know?
Agreed. I think also, and we're getting a little bit into the weeds on this one, but I think getting rid of like the the Build-A-Bears out of the store, out of the park.
Yeah.
You know, all those nonsensical things that are just filling space. Utilize the space a lot better, and I think you will see returns and profits, in my opinion.
Do you know what's nostalgic for me?
For Six Flags in particular, or just theme parks?
Six Flags
Oh, what?
in particular. Every ride should be brought to you by a different candy bar.
I mean, it already is.
No, but they should make it more prominent.
I mean, it's the thing that we always say is that they should give you the candy at the end of the ride. It's presented by Snickers.
It's just an ongoing
Give me a
joke for me.
effing Snickers.
Also, bring back Green Lantern.
Why?
I'm just kidding.
God, no, my balls hurt thinking about it.
I'm just kidding.
Ow.
It might have been the worst ride I've ever been on.
Yeah, that is one of the worst rides ever made.
I remember going, like, probably like the first week it opened, and we waited so long for this ride.
So long for torture.
No, and then it was so short. We got in and
super
it was
short.
like bloop, bloop, bloop. We're like, what?
Did you not see it when you walked up to
Oh,
it?
we did.
Did you think there was more?
I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, that's my joke. Brought to you by Snickers. Green Lantern brought to you by Snickers.
Brought to you by Carl's Jr. Why do you keep saying that? Because they pay me every time I do. Moving
I don't
on.
like Snickers.
Did you say you don't like Snickers?
I don't like Snickers.
Snickers are fine. They're okay. They're nothing great. Give me a Reese's. That's all I
Yeah.
care about at the end of the day. Next up, we have Universal Orlando Resort prepares for exciting new experiences across the resort. Universal Orlando Resort is... What the heck did I just say? I think I combined all three words into one word.
Yeah, you
know,
did.
I think I just
I
said...
wasn't going to say anything. But...
Universal Orlando Resort. Universal Orlando Resort is continuing its unprecedented momentum as it prepares for a slate of compelling new guest offerings across the destination, ranging from new themed areas to delicious eateries. While additional details will be shared in the months ahead, work will soon be underway and impact the following existing experiences. Now, this one I'm a little sad about because I really do like it. Horror Makeup Show at Universal Studios Florida. Horror Makeup Show will undergo a temporary closure beginning May 12th, 2026 to make way for a reimagined experience. Opening later this year, the updated show will showcase a mix of classic and modern horror properties along with shockingly fun surprises, all while staying true to the comedic and irreverent spirit that guests know and love. And I'm sad about this. I absolutely adore the Horror Makeup Show.
Yeah, it was fun.
First time we saw it, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
At least we got to see it.
True.
In its
At least
original form.
In its original form. Also, just an escape from the Florida heat was really, really nice.
Yeah.
But, you know, obviously, when you're listening to this episode, it's well past May 12th. You know, if you were following on social media, on a lot of people, honestly, they almost did a pilgrimage to the show for its last show, and they were handing out wristbands. Mm-hmm. So people are pretty sad about this, and clearly fans really, really like the show. And I think there's a lot of pressure on Universal Creative to make something that not only is new and fresh, but still kind of hits the beats that the fans really love.
Yeah.
I will give them a bit of credit. I do think Universal Orlando does know their fans pretty well.
They're capable of it.
I do think they are completely capable of creating something new that their fans would like because they have their finger on the pulse of their fans, which is nice. Mm-hmm. Not many places are that self-aware in that way, but I do have full faith that they will be able to deliver something that brings the new, but brings some of that old nostalgic feeling like we've been talking about this entire time of the older show. Especially because in my mind, when they say things like shockingly fun surprises, it's like, you kind of get that they get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see the new rendition of this show. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see. The next one up is the Lost Continent at Universal Islands of Adventure. In the coming months, venues and experiences within Lost Continent will permanently close in phases to make way for a new themed area. This will include the closure of Mythos Restaurant in 2027.
This I am torn up about.
Yeah.
Because we never got a chance to eat at Mythos. In fact, I posted it, and Matt from Theme Park Bar said, still got time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think Nikki's going to allow me to fly to Florida, go to Islands of Adventure, just eat at Mythos, and then fly back.
Nope.
I don't think she will. I got mileage. I got miles.
Nope.
I got miles. I can sleep on Matt's floor.
The time, though.
Oh, yeah.
The time away from your family. Away from your new baby.
Mythos, though.
But Mythos.
But Mythos, though. And what makes me even more mad is the fact that the last 2 times we've gone to Universal Orlando, that's been on the books, and we're like, we don't want to waste time sitting down. And then we just take it off the list, and then we keep going.
You know what? But would you have replaced anything we did? Would you have replaced a ride on the Velocicoaster?
I would have replaced our time in the Sky High Seuss whatever nonsensical train sky ride.
Yeah, but that didn't take us that long.
No, it didn't. It took us a lot longer to find it than it did for us to go on it.
Yes.
We couldn't find the entrance.
It was wild.
Yeah.
Also, my
crazy.
inexplicable foot injury that trip.
Yeah,
you
I don't know
remember
what happened to you.
I got off the plane and the top of my foot hurt, and it was so bad.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, day 1 of like a 4-day trip, and I started crying. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do it. Like, I literally thought we were doomed. No, I was in pain, popping painkillers the whole time.
Yeah, no, but you were fine.
Fine is a relative term, I guess.
Yes.
I was in constant pain.
Yeah, but you were fine.
And I came home, my foot was magically better, but I screwed up my knee because of how I was walking the whole time. My knee still bugs me.
You're just all out of sorts.
Tangent aside, I don't know. I'm still just so mad that happened. I didn't do anything.
This is clearly a therapeutic session for Nikki.
I didn't drop anything on my foot. It just started hurting and never stopped with every step I took. Top of my foot, not side, not bottom, not ball of my foot, not the arch, the top.
I remember where we were when you had
When
your,
I
when you
completely
had
had a breakdown.
We were on the border between Toon Lagoon and
Yep.
Marvel Superhero Island.
Uh-huh.
And you were sitting on a wall and you broke down.
Yeah.
Simply broke down.
Because we were an hour into our first day at the park, and it wasn't even an official day. It was the day we got there, and we're like, let's just go in. And I was like...
that wasn't this trip. That was last trip.
What is this trip? We're in our dining room.
What? We're not in Orlando? I don't know why I went slightly Scooby with that. That's what you said when your foot started hurting. No, not this past trip where we went to HHN. The previous one, the one before that, is the one where your foot hurt. So it was 2 trips ago.
Was it?
Yes. Absolutely 100%.
Okay, I believe you.
Yeah. Yeah, because this trip, the day extra, the one that you're talking about, is the day that we were there. We went on Velocicoaster without having any food and no coffee, no nothing.
This trip, that last trip was the one where my foot was hurting.
It was the one before that.
No, it wasn't.
100
No, because the one
%.
before that was the one before our daughter was born. How many times have we been to Florida? No, it was not that time.
Yes, it was that time.
No. Just stop. It was not 8 years ago.
I'm pretty sure it was.
It was not 8 years ago.
I'm pretty sure
Stop
it was.
talking because you are wrong.
Are you freaking yourself out that it was 8 years ago?
No, I am not freaking myself out that it was 8 years ago. I'm freaking myself out that you think my foot injury was 8 years ago.
I don't remember your foot injury being this trip.
It was this trip because then my knee started hurting right after. And that's only been like a year and a half, 2 years. It was this last trip.
We won't go into the further on the show, but I would bet money that foot injury that you're talking about was the previous trip.
Simplest way, go back to our recording of when we were talking about the trip, and I will have talked about my foot injury.
We will give you an answer of when this happened.
Yes, and I'm going to be right.
episode.
It was not 7 years ago.
We'll see about that.
I'm actually mad that you think it was that long ago.
We'll see about that.
You're trolling me. Go on to the next one.
Am I?
Go on to the next one.
No, we're not done. We haven't even
I'm done.
You literally sidetracked the entire episode to talk about your freaking foot.
No, I was talking about something else, and then my foot came up.
Talked about Mythos, and me wanting to go to Mythos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's the trip where my foot started hurting.
You tangented the episode. We haven't even talked about this yet. Anyway,
Bad Mythos.
aside from Nikki's foot injury from 8 years ago,
It was
who
not
didn't
8 years
didn't
ago.
get to go to Mythos, and the fact that Lost Continent is completely getting demolished is insane to me. Bye-bye, Mystic Fountain. Like, I'll be sad to see it go.
Yeah, at least I got to experience the Mystic Fountain, but
True.
everything else was closed.
The
Like literally,
kebabs! No!
it's we did eat there.
Yes, we did.
We ate there.
That was this last
Yeah,
trip.
and I rested my foot. I made you get the ketchup.
The kitchen wasn't reaching distance.
No, it wasn't.
I just reached my arm and I grabbed it because I was on that side of the table.
It was the last trip. Please don't make me fight this anymore, because I would fight this to the grave.
You already have, pretty
but
much.
because you keep telling me it was 8 years ago.
That's because it was. Anyway, Lost Continent going away bums me out, but obviously there's huge rumors about what is potentially going to be taking its place, and that is either Zelda or Pokemon. Those are the two hugest rumors right now that are circulating. Now, if I had to choose one of those that fits the current footprint with a stage show, I would 100% choose Legend of Zelda over Pokemon if they were to have like a live stage show. Like, not Poseidon, but what was the other one? It's off the, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was like a live stage show that's still there. Like the theater is still there. They use it for cues sometimes.
Yeah.
But I would 100% would like to see a live stage show that is, you know, Link finding Ganon and seeing all the different characters from Legend of Zelda. I think that would be absolutely amazing. If there is no live stage show, 100% Pokemon all the way. Create everything you need to make. The only thing that I would prefer is that you make what is the name of there's that random ghost town that you visit in the games that has like the creepy ass music in it. Vermilion City? Not Vermilion City. I don't remember. Anyway, there's that creepy ghost town. I want that. But Pokemon would be preferable in my mind.
I think in general, I think Pokemon would be better. And I'm not just saying that because I know stuff about Pokemon and know nothing
Lies.
about Legend of Zelda.
Lies.
No, but I just think that there's so much more opportunity for world building.
I mean, explain.
Like cutesy stuff. Like they're like the Pokemon hospital. They have, you know, the place where you could go and do kind of like a Ollivanders thing where you could pick your starter Pokemon.
By the way, it was Lavender Town,
Lavender Town.
which is not the type of name that you would associate with creepiness.
A ghost town. No.
I think of, night time.
Yeah. Sleepy time tea.
Sleepy time because of death.
But you know what I mean? Like, there's so many more opportunities for a cutesy little village with things to do and like experiences.
I think you're right. I do think that like you're picking your starter Pokemon style experience a la Ollivanders would be absolutely incredible.
Yes.
As somebody who grew up with that show and collected the cards and was absolutely obsessed like so many other kids, that's a dream come true.
And then just think of the possibilities of like you're going around and you come upon these like little areas where, why are you laughing?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay. Where like you could try to air quotes catch a Pokemon and like you have an app on your phone where you have to like battle like a wild Charmeleon appears or something, you know, and you have to like fight it with whatever Pokemon you have or with your starter Pokemon and, you know, see if you win it or not.
I started laughing because in my mind, the land will have tall grass and you walk into the tall grass and the moment you come across a wild Pokemon, it does that.
Well, that's kind of what I was.
It's just like really loud.
Well, that's kind of what I was getting at. Like, like they have tall grass, but it's like behind a fence, and it's just like an interactive thing. Like, that in my mind there was tall grass. But yeah, just stuff like that I think would be so cute.
There's definitely a lot that they could do,
and they would have to have someone cast as Nurse Joy.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you would need to have walk around characters of Ash, Brock, Misty.
Yeah.
You know, all the kind of the main characters from the original show from the early days. I think after seeing what they've done with How to Train Your Dragon, I think there is a lot of opportunities to make full-scale large Pokemon as well.
Yep.
Like maybe a full-scale Onix or a Charizard, Blastoise, anything like that. You know, you could easily create a land that has a lot of kinetic energy with different type of Pokemon kind of just literally everywhere. You know, kind of like what they did with Super Nintendo World. You have all the different coins and characters and things kind of just moving around.
Yeah.
You could have that, but with Pokemon, like you have like a Kakuna hanging out from a tree or something, or like Pidgeys flying in the sky. I don't know. Just there's so many ideas that you can kind of create with that world.
Or like Detective Pikachu, didn't they have like a Snorlax blocking traffic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
that
they did.
was funny.
But nice.
What?
Can anyone hear that? If I did my job correctly, you wouldn't be able to hear it. But there's helicopters outside going back
Like
and
a
forth,
water
dropping
drop
water on the fire. Good God.
It might shake our windows.
It might shake our windows, yes. We're just going to talk through it because there's no sense in waiting through that because it's going to take forever. But, you know, while I do think there are a lot of really cool opportunities to do things like that with Pokemon, I do think that Legend of Zelda would lend an equal amount of cool opportunities with those characters. I do think that it has a little bit to do with the fact that your knowledge of Pokemon is slightly better than Legend of Zelda.
Legend of Zelda knowledge is 2%.
Is Zelda the main character?
No, that's Link.
Okay, thank God. We're okay then.
That's the 2% that I know.
Zelda's the princess. Link is the character you play. Yes. Correct.
That's all I know.
But I do think that there is still a breadth of I said breath because in my mind it was Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is one of the games. I think it was just on the tip of my tongue, but I do think there's a wealth of characters and history to that game that could lend itself to some really cool experiences with regards to things like an Ollivanders or even an attraction, a dark ride. You know, I think there are a lot of really cool things like that, but you know, I do think that on the whole, if you were to gauge people's interest, I think Pokemon would be the thing that people are more interested in than Legend of Zelda,
yes.
Unfortunately. Just on the whole, if people's opinions and knowledge of Pokemon is going to be greater than Legend of Zelda.
Exactly.
And that's the unfortunate side of things. Like, I don't make the rules. It is what it is. I mean, you're seeing Pokemon trading card games, Pokemon games on phones, Pokemon games on video game systems. You don't see that with Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
You know, the brand is not as strong as Pokemon. So, moving on from that, we have Thunder Falls Terrace at Universal Studios Islands of Adventure. Thunder Falls Terrace restaurant will close this summer and transform into an all-new dining concept that will become a new signature full-service restaurant in Islands of Adventure. The re-themed dining location will debut in 2027. I think this is simply based on the fact that Mythos is closing.
Okay, that makes sense.
They need another full-service dining location within the park to make up for Mythos not being there.
Yeah.
I anticipate a nice full new menu, you know, for whatever this new kind of theme that they're doing for Thunder Falls. Maybe it'll go along the lines of kind of all the other changes they've been doing in the land, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just excited to see some changes when it comes to the culinary stuff.
Yeah.
Culinary stuff always gets me really excited because I do think that Universal, in particular, does a really good job of kind of going outside the bounds of what you would typically expect from a theme park. Mm-hmm. That's just my opinion. While we did have incredible food at Disney, it wasn't things outside the realm of what you would get at a typical restaurant. You know what I mean? Like, I get a lamb shake at a restaurant.
Yeah.
I got a lamb shake at Disney. You know,
what did we get at Universal that was unique?
I mean, a lot of the things that come to mind when it's actually hard for me to make that comparison right now because our park doesn't have a sit-down restaurant.
Yeah, no, and I was trying to think back to like what we ate, and I just can't remember.
Yeah, our park doesn't have a sit-down restaurant, nor have we done a sit-down restaurant at Universal Orlando. But when it comes to themed foods that I think of when I think of Universal Parks, kind of comes along the lines of a lot of their events, you know, a horror nights or a fan fest nights or, you know, butterbeer season or whatever it is. You know, those types of events bring along some really interesting pieces of dining.
Yes.
So that's kind of what I was talking about when I say that.
No,
so.
it's true. Like they do have unique fun offerings.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun to see that come into a new restaurant.
Mm-hmm. And then the last one, which I absolutely love the name of this restaurant.
Fat Joe's Hot Dogs, an Italian.
No, Fat Ones.
Oh, why did I read Joe's?
Fat Joe is a rapper.
Oh. Oh, no, because right underneath it is the word Joey in the paragraph.
Ah, yes.
Okay. Fat Ones.
Joey's.
Fat Ones Hot Dogs and Italian Ice at Universal City Walk, founded by NSYNC member Joey.
I think that's why it's called Fat Ones, because it's Fatone, fat.
Oh, Fatone. Yeah, you're right. Like Wahlburgers.
Oh my God. I was right.
Fatones, yeah.
No, fat ones.
Fatone.
Fat tones.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm mistaking. I was accidentally genius.
No, I think that's exactly why it's that.
I did not realize that till just now.
Okay, well, it was founded by Joey Fatone and his manager, Joe. Oh, they're both Joes.
Mulville.
Mulvihill.
Yes.
It sounds like it should be Mulvihill.
No. Not at all.
It's written. If you say it phonetically, it's Mulvihill.
Oh yeah, you're right, actually.
Okay. It's coming to Universal City Walk, featuring a variety of creative, flavor-packed hot dogs, Italian...
I don't know why that makes
I
you laugh.
said it exactly.
I know. The sentence is funny.
Flavor-packed hot dogs.
Flavor-packed hot dogs from Fat Ones.
Italian ices and more for guests to enjoy. It will take the place of Hot Dog Hall of Fame, which will close in July to make way for the new venue.
Come here and put my flavorful hot dog in your mouth. That's just so ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous. Fat Ones, Joey Fatone, and flavorful hot dogs. And Italian
Don't forget
ice.
the Italian ice.
Oh my God. It's just too much for me to handle right now. It's just too silly.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I mean, it sounds like...
I have no comment.
I mean, it's probably going to be fine.
What is Italian ice? Is it literally just like fancy snow cones?
I think so. I think so.
More, like a little bit more packed.
It's like denser.
Denser?
And I think there might be cream in it.
Or is that like condensed milk that you pour on top of it?
That's what I mean, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
That doesn't excite me.
No.
Italian ice doesn't excite me. I think like on a hot floor today, Italian ice
it
does
would
sound...
turn into soup very quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it does sound very refreshing on a hot day in Florida.
That's true.
Italian ice. A hot dog does not sound refreshing.
Well, I feel like, I don't know, City Walk is someplace where I'm not sure that I would go for snack.
You wouldn't?
No.
Are you saying that City Walk to you is more of like a destination where you want to sit down and have food?
I would go to a sit-down restaurant.
I mean, to be fair, the last few times we've gone to City Walk, we've gone to quick eateries here in Hollywood.
In Hollywood's different. But like when we go to Florida and we're doing our thing, we are going into the park. You know, we're not mulling around City Walk during the day.
That's a good point.
If we are there, it's at night and we go to a restaurant.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Or a bar.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that there's room for a lot of those different options, and I think the more options, the better when it comes to City Walk, because, you know, outside of our own personal experiences, there are a lot of locals that probably are not going to want to sit down at
100%.
Antojitos or Cowfish or, you know, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So having some of those quick eateries, I think, is actually a really, really good option. Especially if, like,
this has its audience. You know, people love hot dogs. Cupid's is always super popular.
Yeah. Well, Cupid's is a...
LA thing.
It's a Simi Valley, LA thing over here. But in terms of like our experiences, obviously our trips to Universal Orlando have always been a little bit more compact, if that makes sense. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like we don't often have a day where we're just chilling. Leisurely day. It's always like go, do, you know, doing all these different things. So we don't often have the time to just go to City Walk and just kind of do something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I think there was only one time we did that on the last trip, and that's when we went to that bar lounge that was like 80s vampire themed. I don't remember the name of it, though.
That was fun.
No, that was a great bar. I absolutely loved it. But that was like the one thing that we went to because it was a very specific thing that was like,
we made a point.
I do not want to miss this.
We made a point.
I don't think that I'm going to sit down on my next trip and make a list and go, definitely got to make time to go to Joey Fatone's Fat Ones hot dogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but that might be somebody else's plans. Who knows? Like, someone might be a Joey Fatone fan and be like, I need to go try his hot dog.
I was a Backstreet Boys fan.
That sounded bad, but you know what I mean.
I was a Backstreet Boys fan, so
yes, you were.
I can't go.
You, just out of spite or out of like your dedication to the fan base.
Mm-hmm. No,
oh, so all of it.
No, that's a complete
spite and fan base.
No, that's a complete fabrication. I would go. I don't like.
You would go, but I would go, but I wouldn't enjoy it.
Yeah,
you're just grimacing the entire.
I'd be humming, Backstreet Boys songs.
All right.
No.
The whole time while you're humming, eating your hot dog.
Oh my God, we're back again.
Joey Fatone's gonna come out of the woodwork and be pissed. He's gonna ban you from your his restaurant.
That'd
if
be
you
fine
do
by
that.
me.
You should just go in. Just if you're gonna do it all the way 100%. Backstreet Boys hat, Backstreet Boys shirt, singing Backstreet Boys inside Joey Fatone's Fat Ones Hot Dogs restaurant.
Are you gonna buy me all this Backstreet Boys merch? Because I would love that.
Yes, if you do it, yes, I will.
I would wear that all in there. But you know what? Nothing would happen.
You don't know that.
And I would get all free Backstreet Boys merch.
They're just waiting for that one Backstreet Boys person to go in there so they can make a lesson of them. Teach them a lesson.
Make an example of them.
That one.
Yeah. Make a lesson of them.
Teach them a lesson, and then I mixed up.
Make
teach
an
them a
example.
lesson, make an example of them. You know what I meant. I was trying to save time, just like when I said, use Modernizing Resort. Just saying.
Anyway. It might be good. Who knows?
Yeah. We'll give it a shot next time we go.
If they have a hot dog I can eat.
True. Please have a turkey dog.
Or a
That is
veggie
request.
dog.
Or a veggie dog.
Yeah.
Either one. Because Nikki can't have regular hot dogs. They make her sick.
I'd be very, very ill during our trip.
And I would... It's just all around bad trip to Joey Fatone's Fat One hot dogs.
I'd be like puking the whole time, and you know what would happen? We'd get home and Gabe would say, "Hey, remember 8 years ago when you were puking your whole trip?"
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay.
We're seriously
On
we're
that
gonna
note-
bring the answer for that on the
Yeah.
next episode.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, when I'm right.
Okay. Sure. Oh my God, she has anger in her eyes. We better end this episode before I get murdered. Thank you, everyone, for listening to this week's episode. Hopefully you enjoyed our nonsense when it comes to the theme park news that we thought was interesting going around the community right now. If you guys want to support the show, make sure you head on over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review. We'll give you a shout out here on the show. And it's a free way to support the show and brings us up higher in the standings. It makes it easier for everyone to enjoy us like you are right now. If you want to follow us on social media, go always follow us at Theme Park Duo on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and all the other fun ones that you are probably a part of. If you want to email us questions, comments, concerns, you can always email us at
themeparkduo@gmail.com.
Thank you once again, everybody, and always remember,
There's always a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. See ya.
Thanks for riding with the Theme Park Duo. Make sure to gather all your belongings before the end of the podcast. Bye-bye.